I like to talk about things as soon as I think about it. It's the same thing with my writing. As soon as I think about something, I rather just write about it than procrastinate. So I've had this since I wasn't 5 yet, because I remember when we moved to Grenada I was turning 5. So I must have had this since I was a baby. It says suitable for 5 years and over. It's a toy. It was made in Taiwan. I know that because it's marked on it. Um, I'll just show you what it does. So when I twist this at the back, it sings A Whole New World from Aladdin. I always liked Aladdin. Like growing up, I used to like adventure movies. Like Peter Pan was one of my favorites. Aladdin, not just me and my brother. My brother's born on November 30th, and my birthday is basically 5 days after his. But he's also 3 years older than me. My birthday's December 5th. He's a Sagittarius, and so am I. And Aladdin, Peter Pan, it's all about like traveling in the air. This by Carpet, Magic Carpet. Um, and Peter Pan is like pixie dust from the fairy that flies and then it makes you fly. I think like the point, what I'm trying to like talk about is, a lot of times we talk about like manifestation. These days, I've realized that like I have such powerful, happy thoughts. Whenever I have negative thoughts, I let it pass, but I force myself to get negative thoughts out of my mind and I just think positive. And like I'm able to manifest a lot of things that like I want. I've always been in like really into Disney movies. Watching this, I actually ended up going on YouTube and finding the song, and I actually started crying. Like I'm very emotional. And I feel like over the years I've been through so much. Like I don't look like what I've been through. Matter of fact, like I think because I just move with such grace, like even at my lowest, I still thank God like for the things that I have, for being like happy and healthy. And I think that's why, like, you always have to be grateful because it could be worse. Like, I've been through a lot by myself, with family, but I just pushed through. Like, I don't know, I think it's just the optimism in me. Like, I'm very optimistic. I'm always planning. Like, I have a lot of thoughts and creative ideas of things that I want to do. I remember, I think it was in 2022, I started reading on the Medium, not long after I started writing my own stories. It's good to just like create, but also remember, like, I'm so happy that I found this. Sometimes you find things that you've had or see things that remind you of when you were like a child. I also had like a really beautiful childhood. Like, I think I always say that. And because of that, I'm always able to like go back there and remember the things that made me happy and just live from that, if that makes sense. Because, life can get rough. It has for me. But I just always find a way to like push on. Like, I've met people who have made me feel less than. Like when you meet people, you love them, and then they try to make you feel as though you're not good enough. All those things, like just the manipulation. But that's just like, I'd say the beauty. It's like a blessing and a curse. Sometimes you meet people like from different parts of the world, because the world is huge and everybody has a mixture of good and bad in them. But some let the bad overpower them and they hurt people. hurt people hurt people. I was reading a story earlier today that said the more you want is the more you suffer, rather than just like being in the moment. There's nothing wrong with like wanting things, but some people, it's greed. That's why the world sometimes, not sometimes, that's why the world is as it is today, because of greed. People just not being content. You know, some places you go, you watch some news channels, and all that's being talked about is money, 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 money by men. Yeah. So, anyways, sometimes I think about like a lot of things that I want to say, and then I don't end up saying all the things that I've wanted to. But overall, I'm just grateful that I'm able to still find things. I know when I go back to Grenada, and if I decided to do like a search, my mom would probably have so much more things that we had as kids. And I always just now I've learned to appreciate my mom a lot, because I think children could be ungrateful, but my mom, like what she did for me, just sometimes the little things that make you have a beautiful childhood, which I did, you know, from the movies that she let us watch, from the books that she read to us to tuck us in, that has stayed with me, and that has allowed me to have such powerful, positive, beautiful thoughts. And you should never underestimate that. I feel like a lot of times parents try to stop their kids from having like a beautiful childhood. It's okay for kids to have an imagination. It's okay. Matter of fact, I recommend like parents allowing their kids to watch more Disney movies, like Peter Pan. Like find the ones from the 1900s. Those ones are better. Peter Pan, Hercules, Aladdin. Like it's really good. It's good for kids to have that in their childhood, that beautiful imagination that they get to keep with them as they grow older. And that's why sometimes, like, when I meet people and they're just angry all the time, I just think, you know, maybe you just had a bad childhood. Because some people do. Not everybody is blessed to be able to have, like, a beautiful mother. Even though I grew up with a single mother, she is an angel, you know? My mom's an angel. And I just hope she lives the longest, most beautiful life ever, because she deserves it. And I can't wait to just like, you know, take her places, to be able to take her places, because she deserves that too. But yeah, that's the thought that I've had just now, and I decided to just like share it. These are the things, these moments that I've had in my life, in my childhood, that has allowed me to grow to be the beautiful person that I am now. Even though I've been through a lot, I'm still able to not let it get me down for too long, and tap into those beautiful memories that I have, and be able to be a creative genius in a way. But it's only going to get better. The more stability I manifest and I have into my life in terms of like a lot of things, the more I'm able to just, you know, sit and create and do the things that I actually want to do. This is one of them. And so much more, because of the beautiful thoughts that I have, and I can't just wait to share it with like the world. And yeah. So, cool. I don't know. I just wanted to share the happy moment that I just had from finding this beautiful box that I've had since I was a baby.